Hello, my name is Linda, also known as Tortajala around the internet, and I love creative journaling and all things stationery. So, if you saw my last video, it was all about my traveler's notebooks, going through all of my TN covers, all of my supplies and charms, and resetting up each TN. And I definitely did a lot of chatting about my thoughts around using my TNs and also mention the road trip TN as well as upcoming like the new releases and things. So if you didn't check out that video, you can go to my video list and check that out. But in that video, I mentioned that I lost a whole chunk of footage, and I thought maybe I didn't record it because this whole process has taken, a long time. It was a lot of thinking in between, and I did it in different parts, and I was just putting together all the different clips together. And I thought, okay, maybe I didn't record it, but it turns out I did. I found the clip, and it was just because it was so long, it took forever to sync to the cloud, and I didn't realize that I was missing a clip when I made the other video. So I have it now, and instead of scrapping the footage, though, I thought I would share it here, but very sped up so that you can see I did remove the rings in one of my camel TNs that I had tried the whole rings in strings situation. But I soon realized that the size was too narrow for the information that I want to put in it, since the rings take up obviously a bit of the space of the page. And I also don't like that it's a non-traditional like paper size, and not like easy to just like fold a regular full-size piece of paper like in half or something. I guess you can fold it in thirds, but like trying to print out inserts and things like that, it was just like another thing to do that I didn't want to take on. So all of those project papers that I was going to put in this are actually in an A5 file effect, so I have plenty of room there. And so I'm not using this TN as a ring binder anymore. So I converted it back, just adding back the strings. And right now, I'm just going to use it for storage. I decided to use a one standard size cover and one passport size cover to store all of the extra supplies like accessories that I have in each of the sizes. And I did show that in my previous video at the end. My hope is to keep these like storage TNs literally right here on my desk. So seeing them will hopefully prevent me from ordering like new stuff because I obviously have a bunch of accessories to use. I didn't include the packaged, like totally blank inserts that I have way too many of and wouldn't fit in one of these TNs. That's in a different place, but at least there's like this physical reminder. Um, so that is my older camel standard size TN, the one that has the coffee for life patch. And I'm just going to put in all the extra accessories that I'm currently not using or don't know how to use yet. Um, it there's like craft folders, there's the designed overlays, there's a whole bunch of like stickers and index things, and I also have like partially used inserts, like I did the whole stamp caravan thing, and also inserts that might be like branded from other companies, and also covers that I sort of saved because I thought I might use it to like make my own insert with special papers inside. Just all kinds of accessories that I've collected over time that I really need to use or maybe give away or somehow process instead of just keeping them there. So all of that is in the storage TN. But of course, I do have another standard size camel TN cover, and that's what I wanted to talk about mostly in this video because I want to continue using it for all of my creative journaling inserts. And I will go through and just show like a quick flip of how I've been using this super lightweight paper insert. So this standard size camel um, Traveler's Notebook has a super lightweight insert in it, and I have basically used it for this one insert for sort of like creative journaling. And I do have a whole playlist of videos where I work on this particular insert and like set it up, flip through, all that stuff. So you can check that out. And I want to take a moment here to mention that this TN cover is something I actually won from a giveaway here on YouTube. It is from the lovely Allison, and her channel is Dabbling in Journals. So I will definitely include a link down below to her channel. I have the unboxing of the giveaway and setting this up and journaling in it. But basically, I'm trying to motivate myself with this creative journaling. Um, like it's easy for me to get into creative slumps. I am a digital designer and I love to create patterned paper designs. So I offer them as printable papers to download on my Ko-fi membership. So you basically get new papers to play with every month if you join the membership. And actually, you have access to the whole feed that goes back years and years. So once you join the membership, you actually can download all the printable papers in the library. It's super fun to create new designs and I enjoy the process. And also because I like using the papers myself in journaling. And I just think that digital printables, they're so accessible, so anyone can download them and print them what they need, when they need it, on whatever paper of their choice, and as many copies as they need for journaling, planner decor, paper crafting, all that kind of stuff. But I am a mother of three, and I also do freelance projects as a graphic designer. So even though I've been at it for so many years, I can't say that I've figured it all out and I don't have a sustainable income from my creative work. So it's an ongoing struggle. Um, or I should say, it's an ongoing effort, right? That's a better perspective. It's an ongoing effort to keep working on my personal creative projects on top of everything else. It's just life. Everybody, I'm sure, faces these issues. And I just wanted to dedicate this TN to my creative work and to make it help me to keep being creative, even if it's just very little time or a few minutes a day, to keep chasing that creative dream, I guess, and keep it alive and not let it go, even if I get discouraged a lot and even if results might be lackluster, just to keep the motivation going for myself and obviously log my progress, my work, thoughts, all of that kind of stuff. So I'm going to change some of the charms on this TN. Um, I'm going to add a bunch basically because I am finally using the new Tokyo charms that I bought like a while back and they've just been sitting in the packaging for the longest time. Um, but yeah, I want to add it to this TN because it's something I really enjoy. I like looking at it and I just want to set it up and sort of revitalize everything. And you can see me sort of fussing with all of these charms because sometimes I confuse myself. Like I had to take it apart and change the order of charms because obviously you do it in backward, is it backwards order? Or something, so that when you put it in the front, it looks the way that you want. But in the end, I like the way that it turned out. It's definitely really nice to be able to change things up in your setup and keep it fresh and inviting so that you make it so that your TNs, like, they're always inviting and you want to use them. So, again, I want to thank Allison for the giveaway of this camel size cover. I really appreciate it. And camel's also my favorite color. If you haven't noticed, most of my TNs are camel colored. And I'm definitely going to include a link to her channel if you like watching like journal with me's in Traveler's Notebooks. I know she hasn't posted in a while, and sometimes she just has to take time away, but I hope that she's doing well. And I so appreciate all that she has shared on her channel and her kind words and her stationery goodies that she sent me. It's definitely something that has helped to motivate me. And so I really want to do justice to this camel TN. I want to use it and honor her generosity in gifting it to her viewers. So I'm like semi setting it up to be ready to keep using the insert that I have in there. And I will show um, an update at the end of so I can flip through the insert and show it to you again what I've done so far and how I plan to continue. And just so that I could clear up my space a little bit more and have more room to work with, I am also semi setting up the Olive Traveler's notebook that you see there. I have this one that I bought from AliExpress, so it's not Traveler's Company. It's from a store called From the Non, and it's like a dupe. It's definitely more olive colored to me, and that's why I actually like it more. I think that the actual Traveler's Company olive is really dark for my, like not my preference. So I actually prefer this other version. And I do have an unboxing video from like years back when I got it. You can definitely check it out because I learned about it from another YouTuber and it has links and everything if you're interested in seeing the Olive Traveler's Notebook dupe in more detail. It's definitely cheaper than getting a TN on Amazon even. So I think it's a great way to start off if you want to get into traveler's notebooks, but you don't want to immediately invest in a pricey version. Plus, you have this olive color. So I will be using the olive in my purse. So I'm just going to semi set it up and set it aside because it will be for 2025 when I get the dated monthly calendar, the new Love and Trip 2025 monthly calendar. I'm going to use that in here. So I'm going to set all of that aside. So this is now a couple days later. I'm going to jump back into my standard size camel TN and using it for creative journaling. So I'm going to show you a bit more in detail after I initially, sort of organized it. And so I do have the insert, this super lightweight insert that I started to let me basically reflect on my design work. And I had decided to basically like document, like log all of the designs that I've created in the past years to sort of remind myself that, hey, I can create things that I like. And I know that obviously artwork is subjective as well. We all have different tastes. But what's important to me is that I create work that I like myself and I can be proud of. So sometimes it seems like I can't even remember what I've done, but let me just sort of flip in backwards order so that you can see where I'm at now. It's nothing fancy in terms of like journaling. I don't mean creative journaling as in the journal pages are so fancy or anything. It's super basic. I'm just pasting in all the previews of my designs and journaling about my thoughts, feelings, and ideas. So it's basically to help myself when I get in a creative slump. It's easy for me to spiral into thinking like I've never created anything of worth and it's all downhill from here. And, a lot of negative self talk. So I don't want to get into a doom spiral. So it helps to have some kind of documentation. You might have already heard about this before. It's sort of like the idea of a success file, like whatever line of work that you might be in. If you have a place where you can look that reminds you of all the good work that you've done, it can be like a folder in your email program with testimonials and like thank you emails from customers, or you can like highlight project successes and things on your like office wall, that kind of thing. Like just looking at it, it can really put your mind back into perspective when you're going through like a negative spiral. So my thought was just to put it all into this TN insert, which also serves as documenting my design work from years past to present day. And so I also have another thing, this disc binding system. It's a way for me to print out my favorite designs that I've created and I laminate them and punch them and put them in this disc binding system because it means that I can flip through my designs and I actually have this on my desk and never every now and again and like I'll switch the design so I can see something fresh and new. And of course I add in new designs as we go. So it's like basically a constant reminder for me that I've created things that I really love, and that means that I can do it again. So don't despair, Linda, just keep going. So I highly recommend, like, whatever work you might do, to have something like this, like you put together a little book or binder or have like a bulletin board where you can keep adding things that cheer you up, motivate you, and make you proud and remind you of all the things that you've done. And I think it can be very helpful and boost your self esteem because many of us just need like a little help on that part. So this super lightweight insert, it has 128 pages and I'm about halfway through. So I'm just going to continue as I've done before, really simple, just documenting. Right now it's basically like my monthly digital paper designs that I post on Ko-fi, but of course I can add other things, ideas, other things that I do when I find time to do them. But this insert was actually a special edition for the B-Sides and Rarities collection, so it's like super lightweight. But the normal Traveler's Notebook refill, it's just called lightweight refill, and it's the refill insert number 13 that also has 128 pages. Um, it's double what a normal refill would have, like 64 pages, I think. So it's thinner paper. It takes fountain pen and there's like no bleed through. It's just like see through. It's like onion skin paper, I guess. Like there's obviously a lot of ghosting. Um, but yeah, that's the type of paper if you were wondering. So this TN is really, really chunky because I also stuffed in all the other inserts that I have here because they are the dated 2024 inserts. Yeah, I bought both the vertical and horizontal ones because they were on super sale, like half off or something, and I just thought, oh, that would be good to have them so I can play with them. I know, I really shouldn't have done that. Like, I have plenty of inserts, right? But it's that thing where like you buy something and then like you're trying to find a way to use it. It's probably not a good idea to do that. So these dated inserts, they have all the dates and everything printed in them. So um it's meant to be used obviously in, during this year. But I do like them as inserts more because they are sewn together instead of being stapled like all the other Traveler's Notebook refills. I don't know. I suppose they do this because they assume these dated ones are going to be used for a long time, like 6 months, whereas the other refills might be changed out more often. I don't know. I haven't had like Traveler's Notebook inserts completely fall apart or anything, like even the stapled ones. Only one had some issues because I collaged way too much stuff in it, like papers, like even across the spreads. So it got like a little wonky. But yeah, these inserts are dated. They obviously have good paper. I can obviously either redate or maybe ignore the dates and just cover them up. I don't know. But I did start by decorating this one and I just never got past that. I had grand ideas. Like I literally had project ideas when I bought this. I even bought like punches and things because for one of these, I was going to keep like a daily ephemera thing where I would punch the ephemera instead of like including the whole piece. You know what I mean? You would just like curate like which spot do I want to punch out and add it into this horizontal layout insert. And then the vertical one was just gonna be like for fun using stickers because you know how you see everyone doing their memory keeping. And I have so many stickers that I don't really use enough. But in the end, it just didn't work out. Sometimes, like, an idea is really cool in your mind, but then when you start, or in practicality, there are like issues and you're blocked, and then suddenly, like, there's no more spark, and you really, I don't know, don't want to do it. I don't know. I just realized like the ephemera punching idea, it was gonna be a problem because if you always put a punched shape in the same spot, this insert is just gonna get crazy chunky or really uneven, so then you wouldn't like be able to write in it very well. I don't know. Sometimes my stationary excitement just gets the better of me. Um, I really need to learn, as I have told you guys, that you need to like not do the impulse buying and really let something like marinate it, like let the thoughts marinate as long as possible before add to cart kind of thing and checking out. So I am learning and trying to stop the whole impulse thing just because like a good idea comes up. It doesn't mean you're gonna do it like right now, right? So for now, I already have these dated inserts, so I do want to use them and looking for ideas. Um, Obviously, I can cover up the dates. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not going to use them for planning because this is not how I plan. So it's going to have to be for something else creative or whatever. So let me know down in the comments if you have any ideas. And also, one thing that I realize is that all these inserts always have like the months prior to the year in it. Like how the Hobonichi week starts in like November and December. I suppose some people move in early and just duplicate their info, but I never like doing that. What do you guys do that? I don't know. I always think extra months in a planner or whatever, it just like is extra stuff that I don't know what to do with. Um, I don't know. So, I also have a craft insert in here that has some supplies that Allison had sent me with the original giveaway. And I think I'm going to take it out though because I have so many inserts in here. It's already so chunky, but I do want to keep these together if I want to use them. So I can probably just rework all the elastic bands and I will be able to fit all of these inserts in here. Because with two extra elastic bands, I can definitely fit 5 inserts into one TN, even if it will get crazy chunky, but I don't mind the chunky look. I think it's sort of satisfying sometimes. So this is what I have so far, and I will definitely share more as I work through these inserts and add to them. I'll add everything to the Traveler's Notebook journaling playlist that I already have. So let me know down in the comments if you have any ideas, if you have any feedback, your thoughts and what you think of my creative TN here. I hope you have a great day and thank you so much for watching and supporting me here. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, bye.